Part 3. This is going to be the final part of vision. Hey there. Hey. Welcome back. I don't know if you can even join or if you're notified that I am on. For some reason, I can't connect with StreamYard. It's a whole lot easier, and I'm using YouTube, and we've just been having issues here and there. Let me just hold on a little bit, see if anybody would join. Hey, hey. Hey there. Can anybody see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? All right, so whether anybody joins or not, I'll just go ahead and conclude this conversation so that you can watch the replay. Okay, Rukoya can hear me. It's here. I'm so sorry that this is happening. It's way beyond my control. So sorry about that. Thank you for even still joining. We started from 9 and it's almost 10:30. Because of the break in transmission, we've just gone past the time we're supposed to spend here. Thank you for being here. So I'll just quickly conclude. Okay. So I was talking about making excuses, and I was about to go on to the next point, which is negative attitude. So some of you, the reason you are not living the life that you want to live, or the reason you are your own village people, is because your attitude sucks. Your attitude is nasty. And see, I'm telling you this because I want you to progress. And I'm in my room. Come and beat me. The reason you have not gotten to where you need to get to is because your attitude sucks. Your act sucks. You are rude. You are disrespectful. And you expect to make progress. You don't have a single atom of kindness in you or empathy. I shared a story yesterday on my Facebook and Instagram accounts that I was in a keke and it was raining. So when the other when the tricycle, the keke man halted or stopped for a man to enter, I saw that the other seat that the man was supposed to sit was right. So I told the man to hold on, let me clean let me wipe the seat for him. And once I did that, he sat down. And we got talking. He was really impressed by that. And he was like, who are you? What's your name? I told him. And he told her that he's a writer, author of over 13 books, works with a publishing firm. He gave me his card, gave me the card of the person that he's working with. Attitude, good attitude. It matters. It matters. For some of you, you cannot even think of helping somebody else and you want to be helped. You are shooting yourself in the foot because you are not giving yourself the chance to progress. You don't know who is who. You don't know who you are meeting. You might see someone on the elevator and you're talking rude. You are sabotaging your chances at success. Someone talks to you and you're quick to talk. Hey, don't do me like even if that person was in a position to help you and you later find them in a place where they could have helped you, they will not help you. You just destroyed your chances at succeeding. So you're your own village people. Before you start looking for which uncle is disturbing you and taking your name to one shrine or the other from the village, look at how you are the one taking your own self, your own shrine, and destroying your own future. Some of you are quick tempered, you're easily tempered, you're easily angered. This is very hot tempered, but God helped me. My mom was very worried for that, she was very worried about it for me. But these days, she's like, Chinaza, what happened? You've totally changed. I said, Mommy, I'm growing. I'm growing. See, it's not everything that you wait for God to come and do for you. It's not everything, believe me. It's not everything that you wait for God to come and do for you. Like, Holy Spirit, come and change me. As an individual, as a person, you have to grow. You have to outgrow your weaknesses. I don't know if you understand. You have to outgrow your weaknesses. It's very, very important if you must get anywhere. It is your disposition that is stopping you from getting where you want to get to. Your attitude stinks. Stinks. When you open your mouth to talk like this, everybody knows that you have nothing meaningful to say. So tell me now, how would you be recommended for opportunities? Self-sabotaging. How? You cannot stay with your colleagues at work and just be peaceful. It's always from one problem to the other because you are involved. It needs to stop. Stop hindering your own success. Your negative attitude, you must work on it. Because the truth is, if you really want to get to where you want to get to, like I shared the other day on Honest Conversations here about what you need to know before the spotlight. I think about 4 weeks ago, it was a topic that we had that we treated here. What you need to do or know before the spotlight. If you don't deal with your weaknesses or your nasty attitudes now, you're going to be a nasty boss tomorrow. And nobody wants to work with a nasty boss. You will just be repeating a cycle. So if you work with a nasty boss now, you're going to be a nasty boss tomorrow if you don't work on yourself. And your employers will be nasty and they will grow to be nasty bosses tomorrow. It's just a cycle. It's just an endless cycle of mess. And you don't want that. You have to break that jinx. You have to break that cycle. Do you understand? So work on your negative attitudes. You are not teachable. You're not teachable. How do you want to grow? You know everything. How you want to grow? You are working Google. How do you want to grow? And for some of you, your presentation already, you are the one destroying yourself by the way you carry yourself. So there are two sides to this. You dress too shabbily that nobody takes you seriously. You're sabotaging yourself. And you dress too seriously that nobody takes you, nobody thinks that you have any need. I understand that this is social media period, it's packaging. But so many of you are dressing even better than your destiny helpers. Sorry. Some of you are dressing better than your destiny helpers. Someone told me, that you dress too simple. You need to upgrade the way you dress. I'm like, this is what feels very comfortable for me. I'm not going to dress any more sophisticated than this, unless I'm going for a function. But my everyday wear, this is how you see me any day, anytime. T-shirts and a skirt. Maybe a flay gown, because I don't like anything that hinders my work, my step. I don't. Some of you package yourself so much that your destiny helpers don't even know that you need help. So tell me how you can have a chance at being successful when you are already doing better than, supposedly, doing better than the people that should teach you. You don't pay attention. It's only what you say that matters. You don't listen to advice. You don't listen to anybody. You cannot get anywhere. You are your own village people. So that then you go to church. All my village people die by fire, die by fire. How many people like that? Nobody is dying. And be very careful so that you don't die. You don't pray yourself to death. All right. This is very, very, very important and necessary that we have this conversation. Please work on yourself. It's one of the ways to deal with self-sabotage. Work on yourself. Take your personal development seriously. You see, you have to be self-aware because for you to even identify that you're self-sabotaging, it requires a high level of self-awareness. You see how I told you how I have been the one sabotaging my own success at some point. Because I'm aware of every decision that I take. I'm aware of every thought that goes on in my head. I'm aware of every word that comes out of my mouth. I'm aware of everything that I do. So I know when it is aligning with my goals and when it is not. Am I making sense? So you must take your personal development seriously. Seriously. What are your weaknesses? What are your weaknesses? How do you work on them? Sorry about that. How do you work on your weaknesses? And please don't make your weaknesses your identity. Okay? I like the way Mel Robbins said it. She said, for procrastination, she said, you are not a procrastinator. You only have a habit of procrastination. You have a habit of procrastination. Saying it like this. So tell me now, these two sentences, which one is better? Or which one will help the person to work better? Ah, I'm such a bad I'm such a procrastinator, and I have a terrible habit of procrastination. Which of them do you think will be able to find solution to their problems more? They mean they want to mean the same thing, but one of them has a different outlook. Saying that you have a habit of something means that you've removed it from yourself and you're seeing that habit as something that can be changed, because habits can be changed. Yes, you can change your habits, but when it becomes a part of your identity, it becomes difficult because it's more like solidified and cemented with who you are. Do you understand me? Uma pessoa que tipo, yeah. So you have a habit of procrastination. You have the habit of wanting everything to be perfect. You have a habit of this and that. So we see it as a habit. You see that you can actually take steps towards getting better, towards adopting a different habit that will lead to a better result for you. Okay? So change. See, it's all about reframing and reframing and reframing, reprogramming, reprogramming. So take your personal development seriously and heal from previous hurts and trauma. So for so many people, the reason that they are self-sabotaging is because of what they have been through. Like I said before, we are working on programs. We are humans and we are like computers working on programs. And those programs are stored in your subconscious. Those programs are events that happened that shaped your outlook on things. And Outlooks are not conscious. They are subconscious programming that have happened in the mind and are now dictating the decisions that you make. So you might say, this is just me. It's just me. It's just what I like to do." Why is it what you like to do? Nothing is ever just you. You must question. You must question your beliefs. You must question your thoughts. You must question your likes and dislikes. In fact, you must question everything that you do to be able to get to the root cause of why you're behaving the way you're behaving. Okay? So heal from previous hurts. So as children, we might have experienced things that made us feel unworthy of success. And so when we are close to success or achieving success, we subconsciously take ourselves away from that environment just so that we cannot achieve success. No, you did not get it. When you are already programmed to think that you are not deserving of some level of success, when you are close to that level of success, something will happen. You will do something, you might make a decision that will take you away from that situation just so that you don't achieve that success. That is a way that self sabotage shows itself. You are just at the brink of a breakthrough, but something just tells you, nah, nah, nah. It comes as an excuse, and that excuse makes so much sense to you that you don't even follow through with that project, and it crashes. And like I said before, it fulfills that prophecy about yourself that you can't succeed. Yes. It just fulfills it, and you're like, "Ah, I said it now. I can't succeed. It's not for me." And you continue. The cycle goes on and continues until you break that jinx. You just do it. You just have to go for it. Go after it. Let me even see what will come out of this. I'm not backing off. I'm not backing out from this one. I must see this project to the end. Let me see what will come out of it. Just write for one of your projects and you will be marveled at what can happen. It happened for me in June, July, and I was shocked. Wait, so you can command this kind of results. Because I had just started the mindset reprogramming for myself. And so I needed to test out some things. And I tell you what, when you've closed your eyes from that fear or that what if, when you shut your eyes, shut your ears, see, your brain is made to keep you safe. Your memories are made to keep you safe. Your memories are there to keep you safe because if something has happened before, anything that looks like it, you don't want to even you don't want it to happen again. So you take yourself out of that environment, right? But what if it is going to be fine now? What if it happens well this time? What if it goes as planned this time around? You never know. You will never know. Another thing is to just do focus. This already talked about it. The 5 seconds rule can work for you. It can work for you to help you overcome procrastination. Eat that frog, roll that dice. Stop, in conclusion, stop shooting yourself in the foot. Stop being the person that is telling yourself you cannot do it. Negative self-talk. I'm not good enough. This "I'm not good enough" has been overused so much that it has almost lost its meaning and value. But I'm not good enough means that I'm not deserving enough. I'm not qualified enough. I'm not good enough for this position. I don't deserve this position. I'm not good enough for this man. In relationships, this is how it shows up. You might think I'm not good enough for this man. And so you are doing things that confirm to yourself, to you, that you're not good enough for this man. I said it now. I just worked out on him. I said it. I'm not good enough for him. He's too good to be with me. And it can also show up like this, that you want a perfect relationship, but you're doing things contrary to what can give you that perfect relationship, because relationship is work, marriage is work. You want a beautiful marriage, but you're sabotaging your chances and having that beautiful marriage by the actions and the inactions that you take. So I'm going to conclude this by saying that every life that you want to live for yourself is possible. It's very possible. You are simply the one standing in your way. But you're not playing your part. The rest of the parts remaining for external variables will fall in place. Just play your part first. Set your goals and discipline yourself enough to stay put. If you don't, you are going to feel miserable at the end of the day because you have not done anything. That is how you feel dissatisfied with your life, because you couldn't follow through with your goals. You couldn't follow through with your plans for the day, for the week, for the month. So it's natural that you feel, it's expected that you feel the way you are feeling. And until you get up, until you get tired of this dissatisfaction, until your fear or until your pain of this dissatisfaction in your life is greater than the pain and the fear of the unknown and the what is unfamiliar, you will never take steps, bold steps towards the life of your dreams. So work on yourself. Work on yourself. All the life that you desire are on the other side of your comfort zone. They are on the other side of the things that you don't want to do. They are on the other side of the person you don't want to, you can't get yourself to be. The person you're stopping yourself from being. Whether you're afraid of failure or you're afraid of success, go all the way in. What is the worst that can happen? And what is the best that can happen? With this mindset, you are sure to conquer every obstacle. All right. I don't know if anybody has any question. Please drop it. Okay. By in I don't know what time it is now. In 6 minutes or in 6 minutes 30 seconds, I'll be off. All right. So thank you very much for joining. Have you liked this video? Have you subscribed? If you haven't, please do so. All right. Please like the video so that YouTube can recommend it to more people who don't already know Chinaza Favour. And of course, if this is valuable to you, you can like so that we can push it to more audience. All right. If you have any questions, kindly drop them so I can answer them before I go off. I'm looking through the comments right now. And yeah, I have a training coming up. I'm excited for that one. It's coming up in November, but I'm going to start talking about it next month. So get yourself ready. It's very affordable, but it's the training that will change your life. And I'm partnering with did I say Junobidi? I'm partnering with Emeka Nobis on this one. If you know Emeka Nobis, you know that he always brings value to the table. So get ready for that one. It's a very affordable training, but one that you need if you must be relevant on the online space. Okay. I'm still looking through to see if you have any question. Thank you. What's from heaven? Mr. Lucky Nathan, Opeyemi Adebiyi. Thank you guys so much. Really. You have been here for the first part, the second part, and this is the third part. You're still here. I'm so thankful for you. I'm really, really thankful for you. Because it's not easy. We kept being getting shut out and shut out, but you kept on joining. This means a whole lot to me than you can imagine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No question. I'm looking through. No question. All right. So, in the absence of question, you're asking what is the place of discipline? Exactly. Salam David, you have a question. So once the live session is over, you can drop the question as a comment on the replay. No matter how long it is, I will take my time to reply. Okay. So Okoyemi is asking, okay, what's from heaven is asking, what's the place of discipline? I already talked about it. When you set your goal, when you have a vision, or you have somewhere that you want to go, or a goal when you want to take a goal, whatever goal it is, life goal, career goal, relationship goal, parenting goal, it is important because sometimes you will not feel like doing it. You will not feel like showing up or doing what will get you the results that you want. So you have to discipline yourself against all odds, against your own tendencies to go for it. It is discipline that will make you to register for that course. It is discipline that will make you to stay put and learn that course. It is discipline that will make you to implement what you learn from that course. It is discipline that will make you, as an introvert, to take that bold step to register for that event when you know that the person that you need to meet for your next level is there. And it is discipline that will make you, when you get to that event, you actually walk up to the person and make a connection. It is discipline that will help you to do the things that you need to do. Motivation is not enough because it's not every time you feel motivated. And if your motivation is not internally generated, it is externally influenced, then there's a problem. You have to find the zeal and the push to do it from the inside, not from what people tell you or what you listen to or no. Something for something to push yourself. Okay? Ngozi is asking, most of my questions have been answered. I gave my time to a particular project, but then something happened and I felt like I failed. It took me time to get myself, but haven't recovered yet. So now you know that it wasn't you that failed, but you're much better now. I'm glad to know that. So it wasn't you that failed, it was a project that failed. And that can help you to start another project or even relaunch that project because it wasn't you, it was that project. So you tweak it. What didn't go well? Was it what I did? How can I make it better? It'll help you to come back even better than you did because you've learned your lessons. So you don't fail, you learn. Okay? The things you do fail and you learn the lesson so that you can succeed in the next one, in the next two ones, in the next 10 one. Okay? What for is asking what happens when resources is limiting you from delivering the excellence you desire? Resources you mean like money or tools and softwares, I guess. So I believe that there are enough free things to give you the to get you started enough. Okay. Once by the time you are done exploring the free things or the available resources you have, you will have enough to afford the resources you would not have. There's so many free resources out there. Whenever I don't know what kind of resource you mean, but if it's something that money can buy, there are free versions of that thing somewhere. Just do your research and find it. Start working on that one. And so also was like, I want to learn crypto. I need a specialized trainer. I need and this and that. And so on told him, if you have finished watching the videos on YouTube, by the time you are done, you will have trained enough to afford me as your crypto trainer. And it's true. So you need to milk the resources you have. Like Junobidi will say, use what you have because what you have is plenty. Really, 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 really. We just don't think that we have enough to get started. And that's where the problem is. You're always looking for external things, external things. What you have is enough to get you launched out, really. So look at so you're able to use higher resources because the truth is there are always higher levels to resources. Higher levels, higher levels to things that you use, to things that you need, the things that you might need for your journey. Okay, so start with the ones that are available and grow from there. I think that's all I can say on that. Mr. Nathan says, how can we reprogram our mind? By first of all identifying those thoughts first. Then identifying your negative beliefs, identifying your negative self thoughts, understanding the root causes of your negative self talk. So, usually you can't do this by yourself, but if you're very self aware like me, you can. But I didn't want to do it by myself. I had to go for therapy. But the thing is that therapy is very expensive in Nigeria, even more expensive than normal healthcare services, like normal um, bodily checkups and consultations. But you can reprogram your mind if you are very self-aware. If you are aware of your thoughts, like I said before, if you're aware of your thoughts, aware of your words, aware of your behaviors, know when there is this shift in your mood, know when something is off the scale for you. You can easily identify what is off the scale, why it is off the scale. Why am I doing this thing that I'm doing? You keep asking why until you get to the root cause. There's something that my therapist said. She said by the time you ask your fifth why, you will have gotten somewhere significant in your deep dive into your thoughts and your programming. So when you are able to identify those thoughts, you start with reframing, changing your outlook. That's why I said it's not really easy to do by yourself because you need a bird's eye view of the whole thing to be able to see what it is because you are inside the frame. You need to get outside the frame to see the full picture. And it takes someone who is outside the frame to get you to see what is outside, to see the view from the outside. So I still suggest therapy, but there are several videos on YouTube that you can check how to reprogram the mind, how to reprogram the thoughts. And a major part of that is reframing. Because you can't change what has happened, you can't change what is real, but you can change the way you perceive that thing. You can change your understanding and your outlook of that thing, and you can change everything about you. Reframing, it is powerful. It is what is helping. It is powerful. Reframing does not deny what has happened. It doesn't deny reality, but it is the way you look at it. Okay? Salam, you're asking if you can drop it as a message on WhatsApp. If you have my WhatsApp number, yes, you can. You're welcome. Words from heaven. Require says my notes is full. I'm glad it is. It's not just about being full. Don't self-sabotage by not implementing. Okay. Chinaya is asking, I would love if you teach about time management in one of the conversations. Okay, so I'll put that down. I'm not going to be teaching it by myself. I will have to bring a coach or a guest. All right, duly noted. And yeah, I already asked you guys to let me know topics you want me to discuss here. This is me just thinking of topics I think will be useful. But if you can tell me topics that you are interested in me covering here, like Chineye just did, it'll be very helpful. All right, so that I know that I'm putting out contents that you are interested in, not just me guessing. What's from heaven is saying, Ma, allow me to be your mentee on the social media growth and success. I don't do mentorship for now. Okay. You're asking how would you know or get a goal to pursue, Ma? Like a direction. It's simple. What kind of life do you want? and what is required. It's not just about having a goal or having a big picture of what you want. You want to break that picture into smaller pieces so that you can merge it together to form that big picture. You don't want to just remain focused on the castle you're building in your head. Remember that it's built one brick at a time. So you need to know which brick that you need to put at one point in time so that you can your castle can become a reality. It's the same thing with goal setting. Knowing the life that you want and working your way back to the present to know how to get there. I hope that is clear. All right, so in the absence of more questions, I'll be taking my leave now. If you have more questions too, please and please don't forget to drop them in the comments. Okay, maybe in the comments of the replay. Your suggestions too will be very much appreciated. Drop them in the comments of the replay. Never just brought lights now that I'm rounding off. All right, guys, thank you very much and have a wonderful night rest. Again, thank you for being here. Without you, I would have no one to interact with like this. Of course, I will still show up and talk, but it will be me just talking to myself. But your presence makes it as interactive as it could have been or as it can be. So thank you very much for doing this with me. I appreciate you. I love you, and I hope to see you next week for another wonderful session. All right. And next month I will be introducing a new section of this show, and that is emotions. We'll be discussing emotions, all ranges of emotions, one after the other, so that we can understand it and know where it applies, how it applies to our lives. And I know how to make the most of these emotions, good and bad in quotes. All right. So thank you very much. I hope to see you next week. Same time, same station. Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. And I remain your host, Chinaza Favour. Fortune says, I'm a teenager and I've been inspired by you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Bye and have a wonderful night rest. Okay?